Have you ever paused for a moment, looked in the mirror, and thought, where did all that time go? Maybe you don't feel as young as you once did. Your joints are a little stiffer in the morning. Your sleep isn't as deep, or your energy takes a while to catch up after breakfast. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Growing older is something we all share. But here's the thing. How we age and how long we live isn't just written in our genes. Science now shows that the little clues our bodies give us every day, the way we move, think, sleep, and even smile, can predict more about our future than any number on a calendar. And today, we're diving into something truly fascinating. 7 scientifically proven signs that may predict how long you'll live after 40. These signs aren't scary or medical jargon. They're simple, everyday indicators that can tell you how well your body and mind are aging, and more importantly, what you can do to keep thriving. So grab a warm cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about what your body might already be whispering to you about your future health and longevity. Now, let's start with one of the clearest and most reliable signs scientists have found. You see, how fast you walk might reveal more about your life expectancy than you ever imagined. Researchers from the University of Pittsburgh tracked thousands of adults over several years and discovered that walking speed, something so ordinary, was a surprisingly strong predictor of how long people lived. Here's why. Your walking pace reflects your overall health, your heart, lungs, muscles, balance, and even your brain function working together. If you naturally walk briskly, it usually means your body systems are still in sync. Your circulation is good, your muscles are strong, and your reflexes are quick. But if you've noticed your walking speed slowing down, not just from tiredness, but consistently, that can be a gentle signal that your body's energy engine might be running a little slower too. The good news? Walking speed is one of the easiest things to improve. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym. Just start by walking 5 extra minutes a day. Try swinging your arms, keeping your head up, and walking with purpose. Over time, not only will your endurance build, but your confidence does too. It's never too late to remind your body that it was built to move. Now, let's move on to another fascinating clue, something less visible but equally powerful, your grip strength. It might sound simple, but scientists have found that how firmly you can grip something, like a jar lid or a handshake, is linked to how well your muscles, nerves, and heart are functioning. Studies published in medical journals like The Lancet have shown that grip strength can predict not just mobility, but even overall survival rates, especially after age 60. Think about it. When your grip is strong, it's not just your hands doing the work. It's your forearms, your shoulders, your coordination, your entire neuromuscular system. So, when that starts to weaken, it often hints that your body's internal strength might be declining too. But don't worry, you can rebuild that too. Start with small exercises like squeezing a stress ball, using light hand weights, or simply practicing opening jars or bottles without help. Even gardening, pulling weeds or lifting small pots, is a great natural strength workout. Every bit counts. And beyond the science, there's something deeply empowering about feeling capable, being able to open that jar, carry your groceries, or hold your grandchild without hesitation. Now, here's another sign you might not have considered. How optimistic you are. Yes, you heard that right. Your mindset can literally affect how long you live. Multiple long-term studies, including research from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic, have shown that people who maintain a more positive outlook tend to live longer, healthier lives, sometimes by as much as 10 years. It's not magic, it's biology. When you're hopeful, your stress levels stay lower, your immune system functions better, and your heart rate and blood pressure are more stable. Optimism doesn't mean pretending life is perfect. It means choosing to see possibilities, not just problems. Think about it. When you wake up and believe today could be a good day, you naturally take better care of yourself. You move more, eat better, and connect with others. If that spark of optimism has dimmed a bit over the years, you can reignite it. Try keeping a small gratitude journal. Jot down 3 simple things you're thankful for each night, or spend a few minutes outside each morning, soaking in the sunlight, breathing deeply, and reminding yourself that each day is a fresh start. It's amazing how something so small can shift the chemistry inside you toward healing and vitality. And speaking of chemistry, here's a subtle but vital clue your body gives you. your sleep quality. Not just how many hours you clock in, but how deeply you rest. Scientists have discovered that consistent, restorative sleep helps regulate hormones that protect your heart, repair your tissues, and even clear out toxins from your brain. People who sleep well tend to have sharper memories, steadier moods, and better immune systems, all of which contribute to a longer, more vibrant life. But as we age, sleep can get tricky. Maybe you wake up too early, or you toss and turn through the night. That's normal, but not something you have to live with. Creating a small bedtime ritual helps more than you might think. Turn off bright screens an hour before bed. Keep your room slightly cool. And if your mind races, try this. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting by. You don't have to chase them. Just let them float past. Sometimes, peace is simply learning to let go. You see, all these little clues, how you walk, how strong your hands are, how you think, how you sleep, are like quiet messages from your body and mind. They're not warnings to fear, but invitations to care. And every single one of them can be improved no matter your age. That's the beauty of this topic. Longevity isn't about defying age. It's about learning to live well within it. Because after 40, your body doesn't just age, it communicates. It tells you what it needs, what it's missing, and what it's ready to restore. You just have to listen closely. If you ever notice how your body sometimes feels like it's sending you tiny messages, a little stiffness here, a tired sigh there, you already know that aging is less about the number of candles on your cake and more about how well all the little parts of you still work together. And one of the strongest predictors of that harmony lies not in your muscles or even your diet, but in something deeply human, your connections. Researchers have found again and again that social connection is one of the most powerful indicators of how long and how well we live. In fact, studies from Harvard that followed people for over 80 years discovered something remarkable. It wasn't wealth, success, or even perfect health that predicted who would live longer. It was the quality of their relationships. People who maintained warm, supportive bonds, whether with a partner, close friends, or even a small group of neighbors, stayed healthier, happier, and lived longer than those who felt lonely or isolated. It's fascinating, isn't it? Loneliness doesn't just make us sad. It actually affects the body like a chronic illness. It raises inflammation levels, weakens the immune system, and even increases the risk of heart disease. But the opposite is also true. A good laugh with a friend, a chat over tea, a hug from a grandchild, all of these things lower stress hormones and release oxytocin, the so-called love hormone, which literally helps your heart and mind relax. So if you've lost touch with old friends or you find your days growing quieter, it's never too late to reach out again. Call that person you've been meaning to. Join a small local group or community class. Or, if getting out isn't easy, start with a simple wave or a kind word to your neighbor. Connection doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes it starts with just showing up. Every conversation, every smile, every shared moment is a small act of healthcare in disguise. Now, let's talk about something most people overlook. How well you can get up from a chair. It might sound funny, but this simple movement tells doctors a surprising amount about your future mobility and even your lifespan. There's a well-known sit-to-stand test used by researchers where they measure how easily someone can sit down and stand back up without using their hands. The results? People who could do this easily were significantly more likely to live longer and maintain independence well into older age. Why? Because standing up from a chair uses nearly every muscle in your body. Legs, core, balance, and coordination. It's a perfect mini checkup of your functional strength. If it's hard to do, don't worry. It just means your body is asking for a little extra care. Start slow. Practice sitting and standing from a sturdy chair, using your hands at first if needed. Try gentle squats, leg lifts, or balance exercises near a wall for safety. Every time you practice, your muscles relearn stability, and your brain rebuilds confidence in movement. And that confidence, that sense of I can still do this, keeps you young from the inside out. Speaking of staying sharp, another powerful sign of how long and how well you'll live after 40 lies within your mind, your mental agility. Scientists now know that keeping your brain active can protect it from decline and even delay diseases like Alzheimer's. But here's the twist. Mental activity doesn't mean solving hard math problems or memorizing lists. It's about curiosity, the willingness to keep learning, exploring, and challenging your brain in small, joyful ways. Think about it. When you learn something new, your brain literally grows new neural connections. That means it stays flexible, resilient, and more resistant to aging. So, whether it's learning a few words in a new language, trying a different recipe, or picking up an instrument you once loved, every time you stretch your mind, you strengthen your longevity. Even something as simple as doing puzzles, reading new topics, or engaging in thoughtful conversation can have a profound effect. There's also something deeply emotional about learning later in life. It reminds you that growth never really stops. You're not past your prime. You're simply in a new chapter with more wisdom, patience, and perspective than ever before. And that makes you unstoppable in your own quiet, powerful way. Now, let's touch on something that connects everything: how your body handles stress. Life after 40 often comes with a mix of responsibilities, family, health changes, maybe retirement worries, and all that adds up. But scientists have found that chronic stress can be one of the biggest silent predictors of early aging. It's not just about feeling tense. Long-term stress actually affects how your cells age by shortening something called telomeres, tiny caps at the ends of your DNA strands that protect them from damage. The shorter they become, the faster your body's cells age. But here's the beautiful part. Stress management doesn't mean eliminating stress altogether. It means learning how to move through it with grace. Deep breathing, meditation, gentle exercise, prayer, or simply spending time in nature can reverse some of those effects and even help repair those telomeres. Imagine that your body actually healing itself just by being calm. That's the kind of power we often underestimate. So next time life feels heavy, pause for a moment. Feel your breath move in and out. Remind yourself that not every battle needs to be fought. Some just need to be released. There's wisdom in choosing peace over perfection. It's fascinating how all these signs, your relationships, your strength, your curiosity, your calm, weave together into a single story. They're not random. They're your body and mind's way of showing you the road ahead. And the best part? None of them are fixed. They can all change, all improve, all renew, even at 60, 70, or 80, because longevity isn't just a number. It's the quiet accumulation of choices. Choosing to move a little more. Choosing to laugh a little longer. Choosing to stay open to life. Every day you do that, you add not just years to your life, but life to your years. There's something remarkable about how the body and mind work together as we age. The more we pay attention, the more we realize that the small things we do, or don't do, create quiet ripples that shape the rest of our lives. And sometimes, those ripples show up in ways we don't expect. Take your body weight, for example. It's not just about numbers on a scale. It's about how much muscle versus fat your body holds. Scientists have discovered that maintaining a healthy weight after 40 isn't simply about vanity. It's about longevity. Excess fat, especially around the belly, can increase inflammation, strain your heart, and even affect your memory. But the opposite extreme, losing too much muscle mass, can be just as risky. You see, muscle is your body's engine. It burns energy, supports balance, and keeps your metabolism running smoothly. When you start losing muscle, a natural process called sarcopenia that accelerates after 50, you lose not only strength but resilience. That's why people who maintain more muscle mass tend to live longer and age better. They stay mobile, independent, and less prone to falls or chronic disease. But here's the best part. Rebuilding muscle doesn't require a gym membership or heavy lifting. Simple bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups, gentle squats, or leg raises done a few times a week can make a world of difference. Even activities like gardening or climbing stairs count. Every movement tells your muscles, hey, I still need you. And when your muscles know they're needed, they respond beautifully. Now, while our bodies often whisper their needs through strength, sleep, and movement, our hearts, both emotional and physical, speak even louder. One of the most telling signs of how long you'll live is the health of your heart rate and circulation. Studies have shown that people with stable, moderate resting heart rates tend to live longer. But beyond the numbers, it's about how flexible your heart is, how well it adapts when you move, rest, laugh, or even get startled. A healthy heart isn't rigid. It's responsive. It beats faster when you climb the stairs and slows down when you sit quietly. That adaptability, called heart rate variability, reflects how resilient your entire nervous system is. And the simplest way to improve it? Breathe deeply, walk regularly, laugh often, enjoy moments of calm. All those small, joyful acts train your heart to stay responsive, strong, and steady. But there's another kind of heart health that science can't fully measure, the emotional kind. People who forgive easily, who let go of bitterness, who choose compassion over resentment, carry lighter hearts. And lighter hearts, both literally and figuratively, live longer. Emotional peace is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself as you age. Now, here's a sign that surprises many: how much purpose you feel in your days. Research from the University of Michigan and other institutions has found that people who have a sense of purpose, something that gives meaning to their mornings, live longer, even when controlling for health, wealth, and lifestyle. Purpose doesn't have to mean saving the world or running marathons. It can be as gentle as tending to your garden, helping a neighbor, sharing wisdom with your grandchildren, or simply caring for a pet. It's the feeling that your presence still matters, that you still have something to give, something to look forward to. If you've ever woken up feeling aimless or unmotivated, know this: the purpose you're looking for might already be quietly waiting inside your routines. You might find it in your hobbies, your kindness, or even your memories, those stories that others need to hear. Every time you share your experiences, you're not just passing time, you're passing light. And that brings us to something beautiful, the final thread that ties all these signs together: your attitude toward aging itself. Studies show that people who view aging positively, who see it as a stage of continued growth rather than decline, live, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who dread it. Why? Because your beliefs shape your behaviors. When you see aging as life's natural unfolding, not a loss, you stay engaged, curious, and hopeful. Think about it. When you believe your best years are still unfolding, you act differently. You take that walk. You join that class. You eat that healthy meal. You laugh louder. You love deeper. The body follows where the mind leads. So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this: longevity isn't about trying to live forever. It's about living well for as long as you can. Your pace, your strength, your relationships, your joy, your calm, they all weave together into the story of your health. And every single thread can be strengthened no matter where you are in life's journey. You've already made one of the best choices by simply being here, by learning, reflecting, and caring enough to take better care of yourself. That curiosity, that willingness to keep growing, is one of the strongest predictors of a long, fulfilling life. So, take a moment today, not to worry about the years ahead, but to feel grateful for the moment you're in. Feel your heartbeat, your breath, your awareness. That's life, vibrant, present, and precious. You're not just surviving age, you're shaping it. And if this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own life? Maybe you've started walking more, reconnecting with friends, or focusing on sleep. Every step counts. Your stories might just inspire someone else to start their own journey toward better living. Don't forget to give this video a like if it helped you see aging in a new light, and subscribe for more uplifting, science-based content made just for you, because you deserve to feel strong, hopeful, and alive at every stage of life. Remember, your future isn't fixed by your past or your birthday. It's written by the choices you make today. And today can be the day you decide to live fully, to walk a little faster, laugh a little louder, forgive a little easier, and dream a little bigger. Here's to more mornings, more laughter, and more beautiful years ahead. Here's to you, living your best, healthiest, happiest life at any age. You know, it's funny. We spend so much of life worrying about getting older that we forget what a privilege it really is. Every wrinkle carries a memory. Every gray hair marks a story that was lived, not imagined. And when you think about it, that's what longevity is really about, not just counting years, but collecting moments that matter. Science may help us predict how long we might live, but the true magic lies in how we live, in the laughter we share, in the kindness we give, in the way we keep choosing to start again every single day. Maybe your pace has slowed a little. Maybe your body isn't what it once was, But your spirit, your wisdom, and your ability to grow, those only get stronger with time. The secret isn't to chase youth. It's to embrace the incredible strength that comes from experience. So if you're over 40, 60, or even 80, don't let numbers tell your story. Let your actions do that. Keep walking with purpose, keep learning, keep smiling at strangers, keep finding joy in small, ordinary miracles, the smell of rain, the warmth of a cup of tea, the voice of someone you love. Every breath is proof that you still have something beautiful left to do. Maybe it's healing an old wound. Maybe it's teaching someone younger. Maybe it's just enjoying a sunset without needing a reason. But whatever it is, do it wholeheartedly, because that's what truly keeps us alive. So, if this message spoke to your heart, take a second to press that like button, not just for this video, but as a promise to yourself, that you're choosing to live more intentionally from today onward. And don't forget to subscribe. This channel is here for you, to remind you that age isn't an ending, it's an awakening. There's still time to change, to grow, to laugh, and to love. Science might measure your years, but only you can decide how brightly you'll live them. Here's to a life that's not just long, but deeply lived, full of gratitude, strength, and grace. Take care of yourself, my friend. You've come so far, and the best is still unfolding.